Hello everybody, I'm Krasi, and today I will talk about Venus, which entered Aquarius just 2 days ago. And this is something really to be celebrated because Venus has very interesting and powerful manifestations in Aquarius, because for many reasons, which I will explain you right now. First of all, what is commonly known is that in Aquarius, Venus is dignified by triplicity because she is ruling Libra. So this way, when in a sign of her own triplicity, because Aquarius is making trine aspect, harmonious aspect to Libra, so this way Venus is dignified in Aquarius. There is also another additional very important and very beneficial factor which says that Venus is powerful and happy in Aquarius. It is first related to the nature of Venus right now. And right now, in this particular moment, Venus is a morning star, which would say diurnal planet. She's not a nocturnal, she's not Aphrodite, she's not Inanna from Uruk. She is Athena Pallas, the god, the masculine god of war. And she is a masculine divinity. She's not a female Aphrodite. She's not so romantic. She's not so much related to love and sexual romance. She's the god of war. In both mythologies, in the Akkadian Babylonian mythology, Venus, Inanna from Akkad, was when morning star. She was divinity which was always winning wars, and on the ancient tablets she was depicted with 6 swords which would come off her back. So she was, and then she was depicted defeating a lion. So this is really divinity which always wins war. And she was always also called Inanna from Akkad because on the eastern side of Babylon was the enemy country. So she was always winning against the enemies. And this is now Venus, morning star, the winning divinity. Also, if you look at Athena Pallas in the Greek mythology, Athena Pallas was advising the kings how to win war. So she's very much also about wisdom, about winning, about strategies, if you want diplomacy, all that could be associated to wisdom when it comes to winning a war. So this particular powerful, masculine, winning, wise divinity is entering in a sign of own triplicity. Not only own triplicity, but Aquarius is a sign where Venus is feeling very powerful and highly dignified, because there she is exalted for our era. So I know, yes, the ideal place of exaltation of Venus, of course, is Pisces, and we will be following this up very interestingly again when in 17th of April, Venus will leave Aquarius in order to enter Pisces. Of course, another beautiful place for Venus, but with very different nature, and will manifest differently for us. Now she's entering Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign which, according to some versions, is ruled by Enki. In any ways, Aquarius is very powerful and very highly spiritual, because in Aquarius we are having the waterman who is pouring the water, the abundance of water, of spiritual knowledge, of awakening, of in general of spirituality, because, and wisdom, of course, because we have in the 9th degrees of Aquarius the 4th of the 4 royal stars, and this is Fomalhaut, the star of the spiritual guru. So you can imagine when Venus will be in Aquarius, happy, highly dignified, highly respected on her, so to say, own throne. we can imagine exactly what would Venus mean for us and in what kind of emotions and maybe events this will manifest for us. Now, you see, the thing with the inferior planets like Venus and Mercury is that we can't really expect powerful events to take place because they are fast. You can see Venus will stay less than a month in Aquarius, but they highly and really very much influence our emotions. Especially this will be seen all the time while Venus is in Aquarius, because Venus will then be making aspect with Mars all the time, and this will be a square. It's not a bad square because because the square with Venus, I always, or with Jupiter, I don't see as bad squares, but this can result in emotional, temperamental events for us. But I don't think that this more than that. Now, what is happening is that Venus in Aquarius, so powerful, so happy, masculine, and so strategic, and so spiritual, will bring exactly this, and lofty ideals and lofty support. Imagine people who would have Aquarius rising. He already, just from 2 days ago, must have felt the joy that Venus may bring them, or some beautiful romantic events because of the square of Mars. Let's not forget this. Our emotions or temperamental, deep feelings, all this can be associated especially with the square of Venus and Mars. Yes, Saturn will be there all the time to aspect Venus with a harmonious aspect. Pluto is aspecting Venus. And this is putting a little bit of frames on those romantic and temperamental feelings that otherwise can be manifested due to the square between Venus and Mars. So Saturn will be there a little bit to put some frames on this. However, Venus in Aquarius will meet Neptune and will meet Mercury then there. And this is really very fine in terms of arts, in terms of design, in terms of beauty, in terms of spiritual awareness. So this can bring only very interesting qualities and very interesting desires that we may have associated to this conjunction of 3 planets. It will be very, especially powerful will be the moment when it will be 30 to 31st of March. I'm looking at the chart, when Venus will conjoin Fomalhaut. The 9th degrees Aquarius, we're having Fomalhaut. Very, very, very powerful, very visible royal star associated with spiritual guru, with the spiritual wise man. So Venus will imagine when Athena Pallas, when Inanna from Akat will conjoin with this beautiful star of the spirituality, what this will bring. I expect this, that especially people who really have Aquarius rising, Aquarius descendant, Aquarius meet heaven, Aquarius conjoined moon, Aquarius conjoined sun. I expect that they will really go through interesting spiritual manifestations in some way. If this is happening on your descendant, you can have very nice, very beautiful, very lofty emotional feelings, and this will be blessing your relationship for sure, your family. So this will be very nice if it happens on your ascendant or on your descendant. So people who have Leo rising, Leo descendant, Aquarius rising, Aquarius descendant will certainly experience this joy and true blessing of Venus. Morning star. Also, you can see Venus as a morning star just shortly before the sun rises, not after, before. So, and then on the, let me see, when was this? On the 8th of April, on the 8th of April in particular, the 8th, 9th of April, Venus will enter the sacred degrees of Aquarius. And this is exactly where the waterman is pouring, you know, this vase or can of water. And this is about abundance, water. And imagine that from this water, we are having on the sky where the beginning of the river Eridanus is. So this is really, really powerful spiritual place. And when Venus is there, enjoy it in terms of spirituality, enhancing your intuition, studying, receiving knowledge, sharing knowledge. If this is happening on your 10th house, for example, if Aquarius is ruling your 10th house, you may have very nice and blessed by Venus moments in your profession, in your career. This is happening on your ascendant. This is pure blessing in any sense. So all the time, Saturn will be sextiling Venus. And this is fine because this sextile Venus will exactly bring stability to everything that she may mean in this particular moment. So don't forget to look at Venus before the sun rises in the morning on the eastern horizon. She is a morning star, so she rises heliacally every morning on the eastern horizon. Make a wish, connect with the planet, and I hope that you will really enjoy this period while Venus is in her hidden place, the way the ancient would say, or the place where she's exalted for our era. Venus also is Inanna Ishtar, is divinity. First, Inanna is together with the sun, Utu, they are brother and sister, and they are children of the lunar god. So if we say that the lunar god, the moon, is exalted for our particular era in Pisces, it is very logical and very normal that Venus will be exalted in Aquarius, following the path of her father, Nana, or Sin, the lunar god. So with this, I am completing, just to tell you that Mars right now, while in Taurus, Venus will be softening the influences of Mars, because if people who have Mars on their ascendants, Taurus, will be influencing also the softening effect of Venus. And this will be a true blessing for them, because Mars, when transiting someone's ascendant or descendant or midheaven, may go through some tension or risky period, but Venus will not allow this. Venus will be very supportive. So with this, I'm completing. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Your comments are welcome.